friends? Today I got a quick pedal review I wanted to do. Awesome pedal. It's a rotating cabinet simulator made by Neo. It's called the Ventilator. This pedal also comes in a mini version and a second gen version, but today we got the full-size first gen version. I'm going to give you a quick rundown of just kind of the buttons, bells and whistles, and kind of what it does. If you're looking for a rotating cabinet simulator or a Leslie sim, this is a really good place to start for one. I'm running it directly out the front of my Fender Mustang 3 amp. I have all the amp modeling shut off. I have the cabinet modeling shut off. I'm just running amp with a little bit of reverb. I did try this in the effects loop out the back of the amp. I am running it out the front. I kind of like the way that it colors the amp out the front of the amp, so for the demo I am running it out of the front of the amp, but it did sound, you know, really good through the effects loop too. So like with most pedals that I get, I like to start everything out on the 12 noon position and kind of go from there. That's the same way I started out with this pedal, so I have everything on 12 noon now, and I'll walk you through kind of everything that it does. So at the bottom here, we'll go through the stomps first. You've got a bypass switch, which is true bypass. When the light's on, the pedal's bypassed. When the light's off, the pedal's on. Over here we have a fast and slow with indicator lights letting you know your speed. Up here at the top we have our first knob to the left. We have speed. This is the speed in which it rotates all the way up, or you can back it all the way down. It's very slow with the high speed kicked on. That's all the way up, and with the high speed backed all the way off. The second knob in is for acceleration, and what it does is it's how fast the rotating, it's to simulate how fast the rotating speaker would accelerate and decelerate when switching from high to low speed. So if you have that, if you're on fast speed and you push this all the way at 5, that would be the slowest. So as you can see, it took a little while to slow down there, or here. If you have this on all the way down, it will decelerate extremely quickly. Happens almost instantly. Here in the center we have a balance, and what the balance does is it is the balance between the bass and treble mics that would be mic'd on a Leslie cabinet. So if you all the way up, you would have a very trebly, it would be mostly of the trebly mic simulator. And then all the way down would be mostly simulating the bass microphone. Over here we have the drive knob. What the drive is doing is it's simulating the tube saturation that would come from the Leslie cabinet's amp. So you can turn that drive all the way down. Or you can push the drive to all the way. And over here on the last knob, we have distance, and this is simulating how far or how close to you have the Leslie mic'd. 10 being the most furthest away, 0 being the closest. So if you put on 0, or 10, 0 would be the closest, 10 the mics would be the furthest away. And that, folks, is about how easy this thing is to operate. Alright, so the way I set this up that I found the most useful for me and the applications I was using it for was, as far as setting up the knobs, was I kept the speed and acceleration on noon. I backed the balance down a little more basic to about the 10 o'clock position. The drive I kept on noon, and the distance I put at about 11 o'clock. And those are kind of whether I was flipping between fast and slow. The setup this way was, for me, really, really nice. Maybe slower setting, and then the faster setting. Also on the pedal, it does have a guitar and keyboard switch. By pushing in, you get the guitar setting, which is again designed to not really simulate anything with your amp, to kind of not interfere with anything you've got going on amp-wise. Personally, again, I like running it with the keyboard setting. Actually, I like, again, the way it colors the sound a little bit more. So I've been using it on the keyboard setting. You have a high and low switch for output. I've been running it on the high setting. So you've got those two switches back there. You also have a remote switch for a foot pedal. It's powered by 12-volt DC. It's got a left out. It's got a right out. The right out also dubs as the mono side, and it's got an in. Another thing I also wanted to mention is the Leslie simulator that this is modeling is the 122 model Leslie rotating speaker. That's kind of what this is modeled after. It does have a die-cast aluminum case. It's not too heavy of a pedal, but it's kind of a little bit heavy. You can tell it's pretty solid construction. All the knobs are coated in rubber. The foot switches have a nice pop to them. Very, very durable case. Rubber pads on the bottom for feet. Again, thank you for watching the video. If you are looking for a rotating, cabinet sim or Leslie sim, this is a really, really good place to start looking. It's not your most affordable model. These run, from what I see, street value on the second gens run about $500. You can find these used, these first gens used for $300, $350. They're not the most affordable pedal in the world, but if you are looking for a very, very accurate representation of a Leslie cabinet, these are far cheaper than a Leslie cabinet, and they really, really get the job done. So thank you for my friend for letting me borrow this to play with for a little while and shoot this video with, and thank you guys for watching. Tune in next time, and hopefully I'll have something as cool as this again. Thank you very much.